Giant death robots are right around the corner. Not just any giant death robots either. English giant death robots, the kind that kick your ass while you're too busy listening to their accents. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Civilization 6 in Series 1 of our Controlled Chaos meta-series, Another Victoria. This is going stupidly well, and if I'm being completely honest, I don't expect the series will last much longer. 20, which this is episode 20, by the way, in case you didn't see the thumbnail. 20 is the sweet spot usually for me for like a quick speed series in Civ 6. Usually on average, that's about how many episodes it takes to win if I kind of am on rails and nothing has gone horribly wrong. So, yeah, things are going well. Genghis has no army left, by the way. Check that out, which is hilarious. Who else can we spy on? I suppose we could spy... We could spy on Canberra. Let's try that. But yeah, this is not gonna last much longer. We obviously are doing a fair amount per turn right now, so I will, I won't rush over much. But at the same time, I think that especially once those giant death robots show up, things are going to resolve themselves pretty quickly because we have so much momentum at the moment that it's almost scary. All right, so let's go ahead and just continue building railroads here. I think we can go ahead and connect Newcastle upon Tyne down here with Choir over here, which is just nuts. Oh, yes, that's right. This wonder is done now, and is there any other wonder being constructed? No, we have the Mars colony being launched in 3 turns from Plymouth. This destroyer fleet is ready here. I think I just want to have you remain on alert for a moment. Mechanized infantry army can go ahead and head back that direction because we recaptured that builder not too long ago. So why don't you go ahead and just build a farm there. Enjoy those adjacency bonuses. And then I guess I'll put a missile cruiser over here. Maybe send this one over this direction. Oh, finally, check this out. We've been waiting forever to make that upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and get this modern armor on the main continent so we can actually make use of it. We've had those units sitting over here for a very long time. Hey, aircraft carrier is done. That's well timed. Why don't we go ahead and bring you over here where we're building another aircraft carrier that'll be done in 3 turns. So we'll have 2 aircraft carrier armadas. I really don't think this submarine can do much. It'd be nice if submarines could go under ice. They really can't, but it'd be cool if that was possible. All right, let's just go ahead and spy on Chanchan. I don't know why I put a spy there, but at this point, I'm not going to question it too much because we're at a point where, oh yeah, we can retire Marina Raskova. But yeah, we're at a point where, like, we have 1,027 culture per turn. We have 847 science per turn, and that's not even the cap. Like, we can do better than that. Think about that for a minute. We can do better than 847 science per turn. Yeah. And freaking giant death robots will be ready in 3 turns. Religious warfare is still going strong in all directions. The World's Fair was just completed last episode. We won handily without even having to try. This military emergency is also going quite well. Ha! No. Sorry, Genghis. You have done nothing but be passive-aggressive toward me for the entire game, and now you're going to pay. Them's the rules. This government type gains a wildcard policy slot. Oh, really? Hang on. Allow me to remind myself. All right, we are corporate libertarian. Now, unfortunately, I actually don't have... Man, I could be in trouble here. I don't have a lot of diplomatic favor. I can put in some votes to try and stop whatever happens. All players have their weapons of mass destruction. You know what? I'm just going to vote randomly for John Curtin, I suppose. I don't know if he has any weapons of mass destruction, but we're going to vote for that. And we will vote ourselves This is the one thing that could save me up here. Like, if I can get the wildcard policy slot here, that would be amazing, because I think that the AI might invest a lot of their effort in voting for diplomatic victory points. Okay, the World Games are on the table as well. Let's see how this goes. That was a lot of voting. A lot of different proposals at once. Communism. Really? All players have their weapons of mass destruction set equal to the target players. I don't have any weapons of mass destruction, so they were trying to take advantage of my lead. That's interesting. But I don't have any WMDs yet, so... And I doubt that I will, frankly. I don't think we will need them. I think we'll have a science victory before that happens. All right, so Genghis Khan wins diplomatic victory points. Yeah, okay.
If the enemy
Whatever.
know not where he will be attacked, he must prepare in every quarter, and so be everywhere weak.
Okay, so I'm going to remove the... Let's see. Yeah, let me remove the units have a 50% less combat strength reduction from being injured policy. As nice as that policy is, I have a wild card policy. Wild card policy. I don't know why that word did not form properly in my mouth, but let's go ahead and institute that. Integrated attack logistics. +1 movement if starting turn in enemy territory. Plus 50% production for giant death robots. Yes, please. All right, now the World Games are now ongoing. Jet bomber. Sure. Better defense versus anti-air. Better combat strength versus land units. Our culture is dominant over Mongolia, which is hilarious. A little bit more than our culture is about to be dominant over Mongolia. I'm just saying. A little bit more than that. Also, we've secured a golden age for the next era, so how about that? Let's select the Exodus Imperative. It's going to take just one turn. And then... Yeah, I need to start running carbon recapture in as many cities as I can, but I also I like the idea of building another giant death robot now that I can. I know that I have some more uranium right here. I'm not taking advantage of it just yet, but we have lots more resources that are going to be available to us now that we control all of Genghis's territory. And we don't even have all of it yet. But let's go ahead and start a giant death robot, a second giant death robot, in fact. And here in Hull... You know what? Can I do this? Hang on. No, I can't. I don't have the ability to build a rocket artillery army here. I would like to do that, but I'm not going to. So what I'll do instead... Is that nuclear submarine a fleet? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Or it's an armada, I should say. Alright, so we have a destroyer fleet over here that's just 1 star. So let's build a single... or a 2-star. Let's do a single destroyer so we can combine it with that. And then Portsmouth... Yeah, we need to go ahead and repair some things here. Because there have been some shenanigans, to say the very least. Leeds is also capable of building a giant death robot pretty quickly. Why don't we, though, go ahead and build... I haven't done a preserve yet. I don't think I need to, though. I did a campus here. Nah. Let's do an encampment. Put it out in the desert where we would have had a production-centric situation anyway. I'm tempted to build the biosphere in Preston. Must be adjacent to a neighborhood owned by the city and must be adjacent to a river. Yeah, that's actually kind of tempting. How long until... Yeah. Maybe I'll wait for now. Let's get another encampment going. How about that? Actually, hold on. Must be adjacent to a neighborhood. Yeah, yeah, I can actually build this without destroying that farm. So yeah, I do want to build a biosphere. That was the one thing that kind of gave me pause. I didn't necessarily want to get rid of that. Okay. We'll build a seaport there. And sewer. Zoo. Research labs. Oh my god, so many repairs. It's like we've been steamrolling over this entire territory. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the granary first. This modern armor is going to be able to travel quite far in one turn. It's kind of nuts. Actually, it didn't get quite as far as it claimed that it would. That's fine. Okay, I need to improve that coal, but even before that, I'm going to go ahead and send that builder over. Do I have a builder closer than that? I probably do, but we need to get that uranium improved. All right, so this great person I can send down to Preston and use them to get that wonder done a little bit faster. Solar farm there. Railroad. Yeah, this is going to work amazingly. We've just connected our existing territory to Genghis's with railroad while we're still invading him, which I cannot get over how funny that is. All right, now we can fire on Hami, which, as a result of this next move here, both of Genghis's last cities are about to fall. There's no way he can stop me. I literally just gave the order to take both of them. Let's keep that city. And goodbye, Genghis. Have a nice life. Bye-bye. You brought this on yourself. Oh, your respect for me nearly matches the loathing. Somehow I don't believe you. All right, we gained some era score from that. And that's that. Now, remember that we still have two other empires that are at war with us. And they haven't been hit at all yet, but they're about to be. Oh, they're about to be. And it's going to be great. Let's see what we can do here. All right, jet fighter is done. Tell you what, let's move you to Al-Malik. That way we're able to do potentially... Wow, you've done a lot of tunnels. Oh wait, no, those are... I do not know how to pronounce that. But let's see if we can look up what that is. Acts as a movement portal on a mountain range, allowing units to move into it and exit from another portal at the cost of 2 movement. That's interesting. So they can move anywhere? Or does it have to be adjacent? Not sure. That's somewhat terrifying. Oh, we need to get this builder. Okay, I do have another builder here, so that answers that question. All right, so yeah, now we can go ahead and move on the Inca. And they're not going to like how badly that's going to go for them. Military engineer is ready here. All right, the machine gun army, honestly, if I put them in the... let's move them up that direction, because I might be able to go get Chan Chan, if you want to call it that, from just kind of going around Bandar Brunei through the snow. Ruhr Valley has been built by someone. We should be 2 turns away, soon 1 turn away from the Mars colony being launched. Also 1 turn away from this giant death robot being finished in London. So I think that giant death robot might be ready. I mean, it'll be ready at the beginning of this turn, but it might get to Chan Chan before anything else. Before, uranium was merely a curiosity of scholars. Now our giant death robot wields it as a weapon for the first time in the world.
This, though best beloved, is another story of the high and far-off times.
In the words of Bruce Banner, ha, you guys are so screwed now. Cities with a spaceport gain +3 aluminum per turn and +3 power. Tourism from other powers or players is reduced by 20% against your civilization. Okay. Mechanized infantry army is done. Ooh, combat strength when fighting in a district. That's kind of what I need. Nope. So we're just going to keep the offensive up. No reason to stop. We're not seeing much of a change right now in terms of our science per turn. But we don't need a change. We're already way ahead of everyone else. This is where we are. This is where everyone else is. We're winning, to say the very least. If you haven't noticed. All right, let's go ahead and repair the neighborhood in London, because it looks like that got damaged at some point. That's kind of annoying. Let's do a shopping mall there. Now Sheffield can build... why don't we just do another spy here? And a builder in Norwich, which until that moment just now I had been mispronouncing. Thank you to the commenter who reminded me the correct pronunciation of that. Norwich. It's kind of like someone saying Nottingham. No, I'm just being a yank. Sorry. With the correct pronunciation, of course, of that one being Nottingham. Which is ironic, given, remember that I've gone out of my way so many times to pronounce Birmingham, you know, as someone over across the pond from me would. Despite the fact that I live relatively close. I'm in the southeast US. So I'm relatively close to the US equivalent of that city, which is very much pronounced Birmingham. For better or for worse. All right, mechanized infantry army is going to be ready to go soon. Now, you... This is going to be a bit of a pain, looks like. All right, good. I can start firing on Sousa. Ooh, and it looks like I can also fire on Cusco, maybe? Oh, not just yet. I don't actually have visibility on them. That's a shame. Alright, so it's going to take a moment. Oh, nice. I can get my helicopters into range. As long as I can get some visibility, my planes might be able to do more from a distance. It's very, very mountainous terrain. Not particularly shocking, given that it's the Inca. Can I rebase you? Yeah, let's put you in Hami. Yeah, we need to get that uranium in place. All right, you can skip your turn. You can skip your turn. And here's our giant death robot. Oh my god. You're so screwed. You're so screwed. You're so screwed. I can't believe we're running GDRs. It's part of the controlled chaos. We are going to be kind of randomly toggling those throughout the meta series. And it will truly be random. Oh, nice. I can put a Seastead out there. So that'll be great. Let's go ahead and get rocket artillery in place. Missile cruisers can just hang out, I guess. Because they're not really able to get anywhere where they're more useful. So Yeah, there's a good spot for a wind farm. Really just kind of obeying the recommendations for a lot of the improvements going up, because we're doing well enough that I don't really feel the need to science out a lot of it. Okay, so that's 3 turns of production on the biosphere. Not bad at all. Why don't you continue to trade with... Yeah, Plymouth is fine. That is fine by me. I think we're almost done with this turn. Modern armor is going to be ready to move. I can put them in Karakorum. Alright, the Mars colony is about to launch, which means we're also at the stage where we could very well, like, we can go ahead and launch the interplanetary expedition. You know? We are, like... If you're newer to Civilization 6, it might not be obvious the extent to which we are just steamrolling. Toward victory. But let me tell you,
If the enemy
we're
know
on the
not
way.
where he will be attacked, he must prepare in every quarter, and so be everywhere weak.
Okay, offshore wind farm. So this is extra production and 2 power per turn. This is for the offshore wind farm. But also we get extra production for quarries, oil wells, and oil
The
rigs.
time will come, and is inevitably coming, when all institutions based on force will disappear through their uselessness, stupidity, and even inconvenience, becoming obvious to all.
Okay, I don't think either of those policies are particularly useful for me at the moment, so I'll hold off. Now, I do need to research smart materials before I can launch the exoplanet expedition, unfortunately. But that is the final stage. Then we just need to get it where it needs to go. We have another great merchant, which means we can launch another corporation. Things have been going so well on the military front that we haven't even really been able to... Oh, holy crap. Recommission that nuclear reactor. Did you see that? Holy crap. Really? Hang on. I gotta see this. It's a 19-turn-old nuclear reactor that hasn't been recommissioned yet. What the heck? That's absurd. I'm lucky that thing hasn't blown up. I'm really, really lucky that thing hasn't blown up. All right, we're going to get a few builders going because God knows we have captured a lot of territory and done a lot of raiding and generally caused a lot of chaos. Let's do a stable here in Leeds. Can we also purchase an armory? No, we can't, but it'll be done in 1 turn, so we'll take it. Ooh, campus district, but it would wreck the city's production. Let's do another trader in Bradford, just be done in 1 turn. All right, Urumqi is one city that's actually done... Yeah, this is completely done with its repairs. So that's nice. And has nothing else that it can build district-wise at the moment. So we won't worry about that. Karakorum, however, absolutely needs some love. So we'll work on that. All right, so we are now able to fire. I think I might be able to take Salsa after this next combat. And I'm going to give the order for some of these bombers to attack these other cities. So I don't think Pachacuti is going to last against our assault here. And I don't even feel remotely bad about this, because they decided that they wanted to mess around. And now they're just getting what's coming to them. And it's great. it is interesting, you know, for so much of the game, we had everyone trying so hard to be my friend. I finally rejected them enough times. Now they decide they all hate me. Let's go ahead and get railway built there. All right, now the original capital is connected to our rail network, which is fantastic. All right, so this helicopter army can take either of these cities, to tell you the truth. So what I'll do is take the larger of the two. We're going to keep it. And I'll go ahead and buy a monument there so that we can have some extra loyalty. It's not going to... Right now we have rebellion coming up in 27 turns, which that's not actually going to happen. But we need to try and get our loyalty back up in that city as soon as possible. Giant death robot in position. Oh boy. Hello? There we go. Are you going to attack? Or are you just going to think about it? There we go. Oh, it's been so long since I've used those. And actually, the last time we dealt with giant death robots in a series, it was the Carthage series that I did. Phoenicia, but we called it Carthage. And I didn't finish that one. That was around the time the channel went offline. Well, I don't think it was immediately around the time. I think we still had some time after, but that was one of the series that I was very frustrated by, like, the outcome. I think I'm a better Civilization player, to be completely honest. Ooh, cosmetics. That's a special luxury resource. So, I'm not going to be able to do anything... I'm not going to be able to do anything in terms of a corporation with her, but this is going to give me cosmetics, which I can also trade, and that's useful. I might, just maybe, put some jets on that carrier. But yeah, it's been a while since we've seen giant death robots in one of my series. I tend not to run with them. But this series has been a bit of a different story. And depending on how some of the others go, it could continue to be a different story in this meta series. France, listen. Listen. You see my military score? Do you see my military score? Are you interested in finding out? Because you have sent me that one warning, God knows how many times. No, Pachacuti. You decided that you wanted this. This was your decision. All I'm doing is holding you accountable. And John, I'm coming for you. But Science Victory is also coming for the entire game. Magnus has been neutralized in Rome again. Tell me, my friends.
Fill the cup that clears today of past regrets and future fears. Tomorrow? Why? Tomorrow I may be myself with yesterday's 7,000 years.
Okay, so the spy was undetected in Cusco. Okay, what's the point of continuing to take out my governor in London? Y'all know it's futile, right? Like, there's literally nothing you can do to stop what's coming at this point. You can keep trying, but all you will do... Looks like John Curtin made peace with a number of people, mainly city-states. John Curtin looks like he might have been at war with Sunduk, but I kind of went through those notifications a little bit too quickly. Okay, well, I'm tempted to build another GDR, but I'm going to hold off. So we could do a campus in London, but we really don't have to at this point. That's the thing. So, yeah, screw it. Let's get a builder going. World Games. I mean, we're winning at the World Games without doing anything special. But I also kind of want to run carbon recapture in a bunch of cities. Just a couple of times. Just as a refresher on how this works, I'm just going to read the tooltip. Carbon recapture can be run in any city with an industrial zone. When complete, the lifetime carbon emissions of the civilization are reduced by 50, and 30 diplomatic favor are earned. So you get a lot of diplomatic favor when you do this. This project can even reduce your carbon debt to 0 and allow you to accumulate reductions against the global CO2 footprint. It doesn't reduce, like, you can't make the oceans recede, anything like that, but you can kind of stop the process from accelerating by collecting carbon. It's a realistic process. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, yeah. Military Academy in Leeds. That's a no-brainer. And then how about just another trader in Bradford, or another builder in Bradford is what I meant to say. All right, Norwich, you can build, you know what? Let's do a water park. Actually not a bad idea. And then we will repair the outer defenses of Aksu. We will buy an arena, build an amphitheater, or rather repair the amphitheater. Let's repair the library in Karakorum. So we have a lot of repairing to do there, unfortunately. We'll do an archaeological museum in Hami. Now, do I have somewhere where I can put this great artist? I really don't think I do. Oh, I do. Nice. Why don't you head down to York? And next turn you will actually be able to put your work somewhere. That's lovely. Wasn't even expecting that, to tell you the truth. All right. There's an oil well. Starting to take advantage of Genghis's bounty, so to speak. Okay, I'm going to move this jet bomber to Ayacucho. And nice. All right, so I can fire on Wilka Waman. I'm going to take this city and this builder. Yeah, this is just going entirely too well. And I love every second of it. We're going to rebase this fighter in Sausa. Yep, keep the city, please. This is even more of a steamrolling than we had at the end of In Denial. It's fantastic. It's a little bit gross, but it's also fantastic. Okay, it's a lot gross, but we're doing it anyway. All right, and there is the extra uranium. So that will cover the extra giant death robot that we've just arranged for. Let's go ahead and bomb Wilka Waman. Apparently that is going to cost you all of your movement because you can't build. That's odd. Hang on, we're waiting for the plane to land. And, yep. I didn't realize that one move. Really, that's 3 movement, even at this stage in the game. That's a surprise. It is what it is, though. All right, let's go ahead and get Railroad under Big Ben. Or as I said. It was a Monty Python reference, a really veiled Monty Python reference, but there were layers to it, okay? That's my sense of humor. As I said in the thumbnail, Bigus Bennis. I'm not explaining it. If you get it, you get it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and position this trader in Karakorum so we can actually have a trade route establishing itself there. And then this destroyer can join up with that destroyer fleet. Excellent. You need to siphon funds. They failed to siphon funds in Cusco before, and that's really kind of annoying, but... Okay, now we can actually... I can't remember if giant death robots can actually take cities. I think they can. Yeah, there we go. Mine. Oh my god. The sad thing is, like, that is like one of the most defenseless cities. Let's put that spy in Sydney. The fact that we are doing this, we'll put that spy in Melbourne. We're gonna mess with John. The fact that we're doing that to a city that just did not need a giant death robot to attack it in order for it to fall. I probably could have taken that with my machine gun. You can't actually do that, but you get my point. Like, I could have done that. That's a thing that could have occurred. Alright. This nuclear sub has nowhere to go, so I might as well send them the other direction. Alright, well, we're at turn 207. We are about to research smart materials, which will give us access to the exoplanet expedition. And listen, we have so much production. Like, so... Banda Brunei is hostile still? Really? Who is Banda Brunei's suzerain? Might be John Curtin. Alright, we've got a drought there. Atomic era ends in 10 turns. Birmingham never sleeps, but the stories of its citizens weave together into a magnificent shared waking dream.
It ascends from the earth to the heaven, and it again descends to the earth, and receives the force of things superior and inferior.
Hermes Trismegistus. Yeah, we are moving through this so quickly, now that we've completed smart materials, that the series is likely to conclude in the next episode or the one before that. This is an absurd amount of science per turn. And technically right now I could take steps to increase it even farther. It's just not necessary because we already have all the production we need to win handily while steamrolling these other empires that were foolish enough to declare war on me from the beginning. By the way, we're definitely stepping up to Emperor difficulty next game because holy crap. Part of what we're experiencing right now in terms of this imbalance of power is because I did lean into the production bonuses of Age of Steam Victoria, so I'll keep that in mind. But at the same time, like, I think a little bit more challenge for the next series is warranted after how this one has gone. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and build a Royal Navy dockyard in London, because the fact that we have room for that district is amazing. We can launch the exoplanet expedition in Birmingham, and it'll take 5 turns. We can also train athletes in Manchester, but anyway, I'm going to stop here because I'm already going through the next turn, and that'll take another 5 or 10 minutes if I allow myself to continue. So, stop this one here is what I will do, and in the next one, we are going to recapture even more carbon. We're going to finish the exoplanet expedition launch, and then all we have to do is get it to where it needs to go, which is likely to happen in the next 30 minutes to an hour of gameplay, but that is 5 turns that we need to get through, and it does take a minute to move through all of these various units that I'm currently enjoying steamrolling the rest of the map with. So as soon as that's done, I think a science victory will be locked in. Diplomatically, we are still in the lead, handily. There's no one else that's even close to us in terms of, a proximity to victory. We even are 78 turns away at our current pace from a culture victory, and things could shift further that actually bring that even closer. I think science is going to happen first, but yeah, this is we've got this in the bag. It's just a matter of seeing it through to completion at this point. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day but Monday at 10 a.m. US Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.